Chapter 9, India's Empires and Achievements. These are major concepts. Please take notes on note-taking on your note cards so that you can study for the test. The first question is evaluate the achievements of the Gupta Empire. So you usually have to list them. What are their achievements? First, in universities, is they studied religion, mathematics, astronomy, chemistry, medicine, Sanskrit. Okay, they learned sculpting, painting, music, and dancing. So the university system was quite extensive and very positive and that learning environment led to a lot of other achievements. And literature is one of them. Poetry, fables, folk tales, fairy tales. Some examples of this are the Puranas, which is ancient lore, the Bhagavad Gita, Song of the Lord, Aladdin, his magic lamp is an example of a fairy tale from that time. The next one is painting. They often did this in long scrolls. They had murals. They did subjects include nobles, the Buddha, woodland scenes. Their next achievement is in sculpture. They created this out of stone, wood, bronze, terracotta, clay. There was statues portraying the Buddha, Hindu gods, important people. They used them to create. They would either stand on their own statues, or a lot of them were actually carved into the temple walls of either Hindu or Buddhist walls. Okay. And the next one is metalwork. Okay. They created gold and copper coins, and these usually highlighted like rulers' wealth or achievements, like Asoka or Chandragupta II. It also, an example of really good metalwork is Iron Pillar of Delphi. In mathematics, in math, they have Hindu, Arabic numerals, the decimal system, the concept of zero. In astronomy, which is also mathematics, the Earth is round, it rotates on its own axis, solar eclipse was caused by the movement of Earth and Sun. Those are some of the kind of discoveries that they discovered. The next is roads. Okay, they created a huge system of roads that benefited trade and tied the empire together. The next question is the compare and contrast the Maurya and Gupta empires. So you did this on a poster, but I'm going to kind of outline what specifically to make sure you don't miss anything. The first is the Maurya Empire, and that one was founded by Chandragupta. Asoka used warfare to expand his empire, followed by rule based on moral law. Asoka's three moral principles. And then the Maurya Empire united the Indian subcontinent and established a well-organized government. The Gupta Empire was founded also by Chandragupta, but please notice the space, don't get confused. Chandragupta II used warfare to expand his empire, followed by peace and prosperity, just as Asoka did. And it encouraged artists and scholars, which led to a golden age of India. Next question, students will analyze the geographic, political, economic, religious, and social structures of the early civilization of India. And you already did that in class, but I want to put this up here just in case you missed anything. So geographic was isolated by mountains and oceans. In the political aspect, it was kingship. The two empires that are important to remember is the Maurya Empire and the Gupta Empire. And the third one is economic. Trade with Mesopotamia. They also had a lot of built road systems that connected the subcontinent, a lot of trade within the Indian subcontinent itself. The fourth is religious, and that's Buddhism and Hinduism. And the final one is the social structure, and that is the caste system. Another question that we went over, but we haven't tested on, but I'm going to put this up here now as a way for you to refer to it if you need to. You should have this information already on a note card, but I'll just put it up here for a little bit, comparing Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, the founder, the scriptures, the principle. And I think the main difference is that, between Hinduism and Buddhism versus Christianity is that, Christians believe that, Christ died on the cross for our sins, and it's a gift from God, versus kind of gaining salvation by doing something. And the final question that will be on your test on Friday is that students will evaluate how earlier civilizations help shape how people live today. So how do civilizations from earlier times shape how we live today? And this is in your note-taking study guide based on the last pages of your note-taking study guide for Unit 3. The Gupta Empire advances that influence life today. So there's advances, right? So Theravada form of medicine, metallurgy, chess, concept zero, decimal system. Those are some examples of how advances in the Gupta Empire influence us today. The next ones is India's religious traditions influence the world today. And there's a couple things. Beliefs. Hinduism spread to Vietnam, Indonesia, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and it influenced their intellectual traditions, their literature, and their kind of growth of art in those countries. Buddhism spread to Tibet, China, Afghanistan, Korea, Japan, Sri Lanka, and this influenced the moral teachings and philosophy, sculpture, painting, literature, and architecture of those specific countries.